You always have to expect Benny Boy, to have a wonderful video on anything. If you're looking for the latest news on the transgender community, Ben Shapiro's got you covered, guys. He always does. It's like a passion of his to constantly talk about trans people, and I think it's incredible stuff. So you guys asked about it. Let's watch it really quick. It's a short one. The UK Glamour features pregnant man on the cover. Okay, so trans man is pregnant, whatever. Like, that's it.
Well, folks, it's Pride Month, and that means it's time for all of the...
It's Pride Month, and that means it's time to watch your favorite anime. Boom!
major magazines all around planet Earth to celebrate people who are women, pretending that it's a big deal for them to get pregnant because they're also pretending to be men. Every year now, we have this pathetic administration, the Obama administration did it before, putting a Pride Progress flag for the month of June, the holy month of June, outside the U.S. Embassy at the Vatican. They literally
okay, cool, whatever.
Put it out at the Vatican. I don't see them doing this, by the way, in Saudi Arabia. I don't see them doing it in any Muslim country, in Tunisia, like nowhere.
Yeah. What do you think they should do? Should they put it there? I agree. But also, they're probably doing it to be sensitive to the culture around there that is homophobic. And, you're always preaching tolerance for conservative values, not so much progressive values. So aren't they doing what you want them to do? Right? Okay. Happy Pride Month.
The basic rule here is that you can be as nasty to Christians as you want because Christians are actually tolerant, as opposed to Islamic regimes.
Christians are tolerant. By the way, guys, I'm going to start my entire video saying that trans women aren't women. Like, Christians aren't there. It's not that Christians are no more tolerant than anybody else. It's that the society that we live in is tolerant, and Christians have to be tolerant. They don't want to be. Like, I'm being very clear. I get it. Like, God's cool. He's a nice guy. Big ups to my homie, Jesus Christ. But again, last year, conservatives were trying to ban gay marriage. Like, that's not tolerance. You literally are engaging in an ideal that is antithetical to the United States, which is the separation of church and state. And you're trying to overturn the Supreme Court ruling that protected gay marriage. And there's no non-religious argument. Like, you have no argument other than God said no as to why gay people shouldn't get married. That is anti-American to try to ban gay marriage. And you guys were all over it. Thankfully, Biden codified gay marriage, but that's a fact. So when we say Christians are tolerant, they're not any more tolerant than the rest of us. Christians are just as tolerant as my bowels are to milk, because I'm lactose intolerant. I'm not, thankfully. All jokes aside, it's the society we live in. I understand that the society was founded on some Christian ideas, but it had nothing to do with that religion. All religions, frankly, Christianity, Islam, they all have the same flaws of generally being homophobic and oppressive to women, and also seemingly pro-slavery, at least the Bible. So let's not pretend that like Christians are magical creatures. They're the same as everybody else. There are really good Christians, and there's good Muslim people, of course, but like, let's not pretend, because this is a Christian victim con. Oh, the Christians, we're so much better. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. You're not tolerant. Okay. You're as tolerant, or rather, mainstream conservatives are as intolerant as society will let them be. That's what it comes down to. And then the less they're allowed to be intolerant, the more they're on the daily. Like, they are not on like YouTube, and the more they're on like private stuff like through the Daily Wire. And that's fine, but you get my point. They're not tolerant. So
presumably, will send people over to take down the flag.
Okay.
The U.S. Embassy at the Vatican said during the month of June, the American flag celebrates Pride Month. Really? Does all of America celebrate Pride Month? I didn't realize that it was like an official American policy.
I do. I do.
That it is worth celebrating. Okay. There's a difference, again, between tolerance of people who are doing a thing that you don't particularly like and celebration of the thing itself.
What's wrong with the celebration of the thing?
Those are not the same thing. No,
just be tolerant of the celebration.
Any durable society for all of human history is rooted in simple, basic biology. Man plus woman equals child. All of it.
Okay.
Heterosexual family formation must be normative in any durable society.
It is. It already is. Guys.
Heterosexual family formation must be normative in any durable society.
It is. It is normative. It's still normative. Just because we celebrate gay pride doesn't mean that it's not normative. Like, straight people still the norm. We're just saying, hey, gay people too. That's it. right? Literally two. They're the second two straight people in our society because nobody has a crybaby shit fit when a man and a woman kiss in a TV show. But if it's two guys, all of a sudden we're grooming kids. That's the just it's true. So we still treat gay people as second-class citizens in the United States. Literally, people had to cut out the gay kissing scene in the Disney movie Buzz Lightyear. It was like a peck on the cheek or something or whatever. It was very innocuous. Is that the word? It wasn't a big deal because conservatives were so upset. Because kids their brains might explode.
Of course, you want to encourage men and women to marry one another and have babies. That is how society propagates itself. These are the functional little platoons that actually provide the supporting basis for society. Okay. When you have an entire month dedicated to pride in bucking the norm, in overthrowing the norm, in
it's not overthrowing the norm.
Pretending that the norm doesn't exist, that society should be apathetic about whether the norm exists. You undermine the norm. And what you end up with is more, when you subsidize a behavior, you get more of it. And when you as a society decide that...
Are you saying if we accept gay people that we get more gay people? No, maybe. Yes, in the sense that gay people are like, yeah, I exist and I'm not going to get beat up, so I can say that proudly. Who cares if you're gay? Hey, if you're gay, have kids, guys. Make sure you propagate society. Go adopt or... an artificial insemination or something. There you go. I did it, guys. I helped out. I helped.
The norm itself must be destroyed on behalf of toleration. And
I actually know a lot of gay people. Like, unironically, isn't that crazy? My wife, people in my family, people in my wife's family, my wife's friend, all my wife's friends. My wife is like one of those annoying women that knows a lot of gay guys. It's because she used to love theater. None of them have ever said, stop it. You know what I mean? Like, we went out to lunch the other day. That was it. We went out to lunch the other day and we talked about candles, but we didn't talk about how straight people should not exist. It was actually very interesting. I was surprised. I'm like, why haven't you said that I need to be gone yet? Why? But I will say that gay men are constantly trying to make me gay because they think I'm so sexy because I'm a big 6'4" chunky bear. So that part is true. Ben's right. They're trying to indoctrinate me. My wife asked me if I wanted to go to a gay bar. I'm a little hesitant because like gay men do hit on me quite frequently. So there you go.
Acceptance. That those aren't enough. You need to have celebration.
Yeah. So
when you had the norm and then you had the marginalized, and when the marginalized decide to destroy the norm and there's no more norm anymore, what you end up with is societal decline. That's what you're seeing in the birth rates in the West. We talked about this yesterday.
Birth rates in the West declining have nothing to do with gay people. I just want to be very clear. Birth rates in the West reducing have everything to do with systems that conservatives don't want to fix. You want to know why we have lower birth rates? Well, one of them is because women are working now, right? Which is a progressive idea for sure. You want to know what another one is? Lack of $20,000 to birth a baby is probably not helping people want to have kids. That might be people might be like, it's so expensive. If you want to encourage more kids, universal health care, great way to do it. Make it so that people don't have to be out of house and home just to have a fucking baby or to have cancer. A better healthcare system would be great. You don't have to instantly go to fucking like completely universal, but look at the countries we point to as like the best countries, the Nordic countries. They have universal healthcare, maybe universal childcare. Let's figure out a way to empower the middle class. The last issue is fucking gay dudes kissing is the last reason why fucking people are not having babies anymore. So that's preposterous. And in America, we don't struggle with this problem because we have immigration. We have robust immigration. We don't have to worry about an aging population because there's plenty of people who want to come in here from the South. And that's fine with me. They can subsidize our lowered birth rates. That's fine. It doesn't matter. We don't have this problem. Having a lower birth rate is a problem. It could be, but it can make a solution with different ways. Immigration, robust welfare things that promote people having more babies. So the most powerful, financially rich countries in the world are experiencing a problem with lowered birth rates. So it seems like that's almost a casualty of success. If you look at it like that, isn't that incredible stuff? Wow. It's incredible stuff. Gay guys not making babies is not the number one issue. So stop pretending that it's gay people for everything. You'd have an easier time blaming feminism for having women go into work and not having babies at younger ages than you would gay people. And even with that, who cares if women don't have a job? Provide better childcare services and better services to allow women to be able to go out on maternity leave and other things like this. Better healthcare, really, 1,000% would be incredible. You know, that's what you need to do. Silly goose. So nothing to do with gay dudes.
It's really an amazing thing to watch as the United States, American government slaps the Vatican, like the Catholic Church with over 1 billion adherents, directly across the face.
Oh God!
By flying
not the Vatican, not the group that protected all those pedophile priests and just moved them to different places when like they knew about it. Oh my God! Not the Vatican. They're so perfect. Like holy fuck! What an appeal. I believe this is an appeal to emotion, Ben. What happened to facts not caring about feelings? But okay.
Pride Progress propaganda flag outside the Vatican.
Okay. Propaganda
They say,
flag.
quote, we stand with the LGBTQI plus community against discrimination and other forms of persecution because of who they are and whom they love. Again.
Okay, cool. Love is an amazing, beautiful thing. And if you don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you.
All of this is a lie.
Why?
If you claim that you're a member of the opposite sex, you're not. We're not celebrating who you are. We're celebrating who you pretend.
Nobody claims to be the opposite sex. It's a gender thing. And there's a separation. If you don't agree with that, I don't care. Like, I disagree with you, obviously. But nobody actually thinks that they're the opposite sex. So.
And to be. Not only that, when you say who you love, I assume that the left has some restrictions on that. I assume the left is not in favor of, say, incest, for example.
Yeah,
maybe
they're not.
Maybe that's the next step here.
You're right, Ben. You should suggest incest or pedophilia. I think that's a great way to go. People saying, you know, it's okay if two consenting adults love each other. That is the implication of that message. And then Ben going, yeah, well, what about your brother or sister? Or what? And the subtle implication is kids as well. Like that's what he's hinting at. Okay, cool. Great stuff. God says that you should marry a man and a woman. Does that mean that you can marry your brother or sister if you're the opposite sex, Ben? Like, I mean, that's what you're saying here. Obviously, there's restrictions that can be dangerous. You know that.
But this has to be propagated by the entire cultural tsunami, as I say.
Yeah.
Which is why, of course, we have to pretend along with absolute lies. Glamour magazine in the UK now features for Pride Progress Month a trans pregnant man, Logan Brown. Okay, now.
I just don't care. Like, I don't have any strong opinion about this. It's just something we need to normalize. I look at this thing and I'm just like, that's just kind of stupid. Like, I trans men get pregnant, whatever. I just like, you know that they're putting that on the magazine for Ben Shapiro to react to because that's what they want. They put it on there because they know that it's going to get a rise out of concern. Right now, the best, most viral campaign to promote your product is to trigger conservatives into fucking oblivion. It's a fact. That's why Dylan Mulvaney is so popular because she triggers conservatives. That's why like you're doing all these different things. If they do anything trans or gay, conservatives will have a fucking meltdown because there's no other topic conservatives talk about except for gay and trans people. That's it. There's no policy about poverty. There's no policy about healthcare. There's no policy about anything else that's actually going on in our society other than like gay equals bad. So they know that they're going to be able to get viral by just putting a trans dude up there that's pregnant, and that's it. I just don't care. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. I just, pregnant trans man. Okay, cool, whatever. I don't give a shit. Most people feel that way, but conservatives have a meltdown, and then they do what the machine asks them to do, what the Matrix asks them to do, which is to promote this product for them. That's what it comes down to. So
the normal headline would hear breaking news. Woman gets pregnant. Okay. Because Logan Brown is a chick.
Okay.
Because Logan Brown is pregnant. You know how I can tell Logan Brown is a chick? Because she's pregnant. You know what doesn't get pregnant? People with no uterus and a prostate.
Okay.
Those are people who don't get pregnant. You know who does get pregnant sometimes? People who stop taking their testosterone long enough to get pregnant in their uterus.
Okay.
Right? That would be that. But Glamour magazine in the UK is pretending that men can get pregnant now. So, yeah.
What else could you possibly say for the next 5 minutes? Like, we get it. You don't affirm trans people. You could have just said, like, guys, update. I still don't think trans people are valid. Like, that's what this whole video is there's nothing new here.
We now have Arnold Schwarzenegger on the cover of Junior.
Whoa! Ben, you can't say that.
But Danny DeVito getting pregnant. So, and we're going to pretend that this is a pregnant man. We've broken all bounds of biology. It takes a special kind of company to want to partner with the shows. We've mentioned a lot of advertisers are very skinny.
Yeah. VPN, Pure Talk. You could talk with Pure Talk. Okay, let's get through it. Use code Shapiro for Pure Talk. Also, Bowl and Branch. Save 15% off of your Cheerios or something. And let's see what else you got to say.
LLAND, branch.com. Promo code Shapiro. Exclusions apply. See site for details. British Glamour also continued. They actually posted more on Logan Brown. And it's not ideal. Glamour met Logan 2 weeks before he gave birth to his daughter, Nova, to talk about queer love, gender dysphoria, and navigating the NHS as a pregnant transgender man. Okay. That's a chick who just had her breasts removed. Okay. That's all. That's all that's happening right there. And good luck to that kid, man. That is going to be a hell of a life.
Why? Hopefully the kid grows up happy and healthy. Whatever. Like, who gives a shit? Guys, birth rates are declining. But this trans man should not be able to have kids. Incredible stuff. I agree. I don't agree. Cool. Great stuff. Whatever, dude.
Meanwhile, Sesame Street is propagandizing to the youth of America. Remember, everybody who pretended this was just about the privacy of what you do in your own bedroom was lying. They were lying. It was about
what are we talking about? They're not. This isn't. The gay people aren't about sex.
About propagandizing to your youth that all forms of sexual experimentation and orientation are equally moral.
What are you talking about?
And that the height of your identity lies in where you wish to put your genitals. So here they are promoting it to children. This is Sesame Street. It's made for 3-year-olds.
Yeah, I prefer sesame chicken, but...
Hi, Elmo and I wanted to share that everyone is always welcome on Sesame Street. This month and every month, we want to uplift and celebrate our LGBTQI.
Oh God, Elmo's pulling his cock out! Ah! None of this is about sex. It's about love. Like, yes, people in love, hot take, have sex. But it's not about sex. It's about love. Oh, like, being gay isn't, like, just because it's called a sexuality doesn't make it inherently sexual. It's just about loving people. That's all it's fundamentally about. And you keep like, oh, it's about sex. No, it's not. So then when a straight guy and a gay, when a woman and man kiss on, like, TV, on, like, Seventh Heaven, or that's promoting, are they fucking each other? No, they're just they're expressing love. It's not about sex. They're just going to say, like, oh, we like LGBTQ. It's cool stuff. That's it. That's all they're going to say. If you don't like it, turn the TV off.
A+ family, friends, and communities.
Okay. Here's my Miss Ariana. From our Sesame Street family to yours, happy Pride. Elmo loves you.
And I love you, Elmo.
See, it's literally about love. Oh my God, they're promoting puppet-ality. Bestiality with puppets. We got to get this off the air. You can't fuck a puppet. I can. No, you can't. Stop it. Stop it.
Well, love is love, guys.
Yeah, love is love. I agree with that.
And that forces me to ask what kind of love is happening on Sesame Street now.
Probably platonic love.
I mean, love is love, guys.
You gotta do like one of those like giggles to yourself, but nobody was laughing, and I think you knew that.
Elmo promoting to the young children,
guys.
That's great now. I mean, love is love, guys. It's Elmo promoting to the young children that boys can be girls, girls can be boys, and all forms of sexual activity are equally moral.
I'm thinking that I don't even think that they're talking about people fucking on Sesame Street. I don't even think that that's what it's... Ben, the fact that you're thinking that that's what it's about is a little interesting.
The Little League is promoting this garbage. Little League, like where you send your kids to play baseball. They're promoting this. Quote, here, everyone is included and plays the same game. Hashtag one team, one little league.
Cool. So if you have if I had like a little gay kid and they wanted to play baseball, now I can feel safe in knowing that they'll be treated like a human being. Holy fuck. What a terrible thing. Bro, like if my kid's gay, this would be like, oh, thank God. Because you know what? There's probably parents of gay kids and gay kids getting bullied, and it'd be cool if they didn't. Hey, we're okay with gay kids playing on our league. Cool. Sign my gay kid up. Like, okay. You know, they're cool. Because kids, listen, I know people want to pretend this isn't true, but people are born gay. And I know it, because when I was like 11 years old and my cousin was 4 years old, I told my uncle, that kid's gay. I said, that kid is gay. And he said, as long as he's happy. And guess what, guys? He's still gay. I was right. You could just tell sometimes. Not all the time. I'm not trying to be like rude in that capacity, but bro, you know what I mean? Like there's like studies on it where like, especially gay boys, they come out, like they tend to be a little bit more feminine. And that's nothing wrong with that. They might gravitate towards more feminine stuff. Like that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it exists. Gay kids exist. Like, okay. That's cool. Whatever. Who cares?
Oh yeah, you gotta make sure that all the so-called trans kids, we have to make sure that they're all. Of course, they're targeting the kids. It was always part of the program. And
so how are they targeting the kids?
That it was not part of the program. It was the only way that the LGBTQI plus minus divided by sign movement was able to make progress.
Okay.
In the United States on their own behalf.
What are you talking about?
They had to lie. Every step of the way, this has been a lie.
What?
We just want privacy in our own bedroom. No, you didn't. We just want civil unions. Nope. We just want same-sex marriage, and then we'll leave you alone. Nope.
What do they want now, man?
It turns out, nope. It turns out what you actually wanted to do was destroy heteronormativity.
No. Okay.
Nobody knows what that word means, and so they've been able to get away with it.
It means like normal, like straight people are the norm. And it still is the case. We're just creating spaces for people that aren't straight to not be uncomfortable. So, yeah. Yeah.
What they actually want to do is substitute one entire worldview for another entire worldview and then promote it to your kids.
No.
That's what they actually want.
No. It's not.
And they get very offended, by the way, if you stop them from doing this.
No.
So a tape has now emerged from a teacher's, some sort of teaching event.
Okay.
In which a woman named Victoria Hunt.
Do you see how? Look at Ben shaking. Like, seriously, look at him.
Is some sort of teaching event.
He's like really triggered right now. I think that he doesn't know how to make this segment work.
In which a woman named Victoria Hunt was talking.
Oh, maybe it's Michael Hunt as well.
To teachers in Florida. And they're talking about the fear they feel in Florida because Florida says that you're not allowed to teach sexual orientation or gender identity to kids.
In Florida, a teacher played a Disney movie that happened to have a scene where a guy said that he liked another guy, and she is now being investigated by the school. I literally was considering moving to Florida, and I won't be because of that insane fucking nonsense. I'm not letting my kids be subjected to a school system where a teacher plays a fucking Disney movie, just a random regular Disney movie, and then the teacher gets investigated for fucking LGBTQ propaganda because conservatives are so fucking sensitive and childish that two gay people existing triggers them into fucking oblivion. Conservatives are the most baby-brained, no, so not all conservatives, but those types of conservatives that are morally outraged when two gay people exist, that's what seems to be running the Florida school district. So whatever dumb bullshit you're going to say is probably just going to be dumb bullshit because that is the standard for Florida. Is having a teacher have to go through an investigation because she played a Disney movie with a gay person in it. Oh my God. That's insane. That's insane. That's psychotic. That's a fucking insane. Because not only do I want my kids to be comfortable if they are gay, but I also want my kids to not bully gay people. And I also don't want my kid to be a sensitive little pussy boy or girl or non-binary. And I can't tolerate my kids going to a school full of losers that cry about two gay guys existing because that's too sensitive to me. I don't want my kids to be fucking weak little losers, whether it's because of left-leaning shit or right-leaning shit. So I'm never, like, Florida schools are out of the question, especially considering their school districts suck anyway, and I would have had to spend more money going to private school because they're fucking shit, despite the fact that they get like $50 billion in fucking surplus revenue from the federal government. They are one of the biggest leech states in the United States. They still manage to fuck everything up. People don't talk about that. People don't talk about donor states, right? States that pay more into federal taxes than they receive back in subsidies. I live in one of those states. My taxes, I give more money to my taxes than we get back in different federal programs or grants. We're literally, and all the top 10 states I think are all progressive states, like New York, New Jersey, California, New York, Connecticut, like a top 4, something like that. There's like maybe one red state. Most of them are blue states. I think all of them are blue states. The only reason that you have your way of life in your red state is because you are getting welfare from me. You live in Florida, you are getting welfare from me. My federal taxes are going to you because you don't want to contribute. Okay? So you talk about just fucking, you talk about complaining about welfare too. Like you live in a welfare state if you live in a red state. Just letting you know that. Like you are getting more money from me, from people in blue states, these other states, to subsidize the rest of your roads, your bridges, your police department, your fire department, your balls. Stop complaining. What's going on, Kevin? How you doing, brother? Let's continue.
And they're talking about how terrible this is. How awful. Here we go.
What is it?
No one is teaching your kids to be gay. Sometimes they just are gay.
True. That's a fact.
I have math to teach. I literally don't have time to teach your kids to be gay,
okay.
Even if I cared enough to. I don't.
What is that proving to me?
So then why are you protesting? Really? So why?
I'm confused. What are you trying to present to me here?
Are you upset?
What?
I noticed you're upset.
Who's upset? There's no context here. What are you talking about?
So I have time to teach your kids to be gay.
It sounds like people are complaining. It sounds like people are crying about gay people existing, and then the math teacher's like, we're not teaching your kids to be gay. Stop crying. This sounds like conservatives are complaining, and then progressives in this area are like, we don't have time to be teaching your kids to be gay. It sounds like the conservatives are the crybabies in this scenario.
Even if I cared enough to. I don't.
So then why are you protesting?
Well, I don't understand the
really.
context.
So why are you upset?
Okay.
I noticed you're upset. Why are you upset? You literally say you don't have time to teach them to be gay and that you're not interested in teaching them to be gay. And you're not interested in teaching them about it. So then why are you upset that we say that you're not allowed to do it?
It's probably deeper than that. Again, Disney movie, got a teacher investigated. There's clearly ulterior motives to this. Like this very clearly don't say gay bill, because if you're gonna fucking investigate a teacher and call them what they did inappropriate for playing a Disney movie, clearly it's more about just not saying the word gay at all than it is about protecting children or whatever ridiculous shit. You obviously shouldn't talk about sex, but like the existence of a gay thing shouldn't trigger your children into submission.
The rest of the show continues right now. You're not.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. Okay, good video. Not really. We're good.